Today, we're going to continue to talk about your posture and the ratios that your body has. These are ratios that you're born with that you really can't change. Although they say Cher had ribs removed, I don't believe that. I think that's an urban legend. Now, let's look at your neck. When you stand in front of the mirror, is the tip of your shoulder much lower than the base of your neck? So here's the tip of my shoulder. If I take a stick and draw it straight across without killing my mic, you'll see that my shoulder and the base of where my neck starts to go up, it's not that much higher over here where the neck starts to go up. So at a distance, when I look at someone and I see that they have this muscle that starts up higher and they have more of a slope, it tells me that they have these muscles up here that have become too active, hypertonic or hyperactive muscles. And that starts to change your shape. Instead of the arms using a lot of stomach and especially low stomach, the arms now are relying on muscles that have become overbuilt on the neck that lift the shoulder and make the neck look squattier. So if you look at someone with a neck that's like this or like this, it automatically puts 5-10 pounds on you. If your shoulders are lifted, it creates a whole bunch of things where your arm movements are less attached into the trunk. It's easier for you to hurt your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist, even the neck. So if you're doing Pilates, that will start to unravel. It's critical that when you work, that you work with a pillow that has an arch under your neck so that you maintain and reinforce that positive neck arch in that neck. The neck needs to have a little swale to it. How much, how little, every neck is different. But it needs to be, so we've done this the other day, is that when you sit and you put the stick against your mat with your legs in front of you, the stick is touching your butt and also your head naturally touches the stick without any effort. If your head is forward or if your head is past the stick, those are things that the Pilates will fix and will address. So if you have muscles that are a little bit higher, we need to focus always on shoulder down. So just put your hands right here next to you on your chair and put the other hand on your waist. Press with your fingertips, but bring your hand forward so you're not with a bent elbow, down on your chair. When you push down, can you feel the waist muscle here? It just turns on a little, it contracts. Look at what happens to my shoulder when I turn on that muscle. Can you see how my shoulder goes lower? Okay. So if you train that waist muscle to help you bring down the shoulder, because unfortunately the muscles that lift the shoulder are up here, but the muscles that bring this shoulder down are here. I know, it's in the front of the rib and in the back of the rib. They're called the serratus series, and these are muscles that move the ribs to help you breathe deeper, but this is the muscle that when it contracts that brings the shoulder down, and it talks to in his BFFs with that waist muscle and the side of your abs called obliques. So if you can just push down and turn that muscle on, can you feel that? Okay, turn it on, turn it off. Now simulate that same thing without pushing on your chair. Turn it on, turn it off. Turn it on. Can you feel the waist contracting? Can you feel that on? Okay, now keep that on and move that arm. Right now, you are moving that arm in a positive way that's reinforcing this to turn off and work less and reminding the body to use the stomach and the waist. Bring that arm to the side. Can you still feel that waist? The higher the arm goes, the harder it is to keep that muscle on. Although when my arm is here, I can still turn on my waist. Here, here. You'll be able to do that. There's no reason that you can't train your body to do that. When we're in class, waist on is that. And you can just do that when you're sitting, you're having a boring Zoom meeting, go waist on, waist off, waist on. They'll think you're pushing your chest up in their faces. But what happens is, make sure you're from here up. What happens is when you're pushing down like that, both shoulders drop, the chest comes up, and it gives the spine a better alignment. So when you're doing your exercises, start with that good posture and try to maintain it. I'll be reminding you all the time. This is Pilates Master Nikki. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you real soon for another layer of real Pilates. Until then, drink your water, keep that waist on, and take your vitamin.